And we're back. Why do birds fly? Well, because they can just fly away. They fly because they can fly. When I fly, I should become a sign for all the people who can't fly. That's why I can't ignore this way of life. That's why I have to always be on top. I have to be noble. That's why I make the effort to eliminate everything extraneous. That's why there was the slightest chance that I would change if I had just had a chance to touch the world that I couldn't touch before. I think that was when I abandoned reason and much larger emotions began to grow. Fortunately, I didn't have any serious injuries. My arms and legs were bruised from the impact of the aircraft hitting the ground. It'll take 3 whole weeks to recover completely. I didn't need a cast or crutches, but I had to keep it all well bandaged with ointment and go to the hospital until it was treated. Also, it was really hard to move my arms and legs. It was also difficult to get up. That was probably an unconscious way to avoid putting strain on my muscles. My condition was totally... Yoka came in when I was laying in bed reading manga. My body's all black and blue and it hurts when I bend in a weird way, but it's not bad. Yeah, don't worry about me. It didn't really hinder my everyday life in any way. But of course, flying was off limits until I was healed. Well, even if I got a temporary permit from the doctor. Really, I'm totally fine, it's just that... But... it was my fault the main wing was totally destroyed. Was that all that was destroyed? It looked like pretty much everything would have been wrecked in some way. No, there was no way we could aim for the morning glory. Besides, the glider wasn't the only problem. Of course, the school faculty knew about the accident. Tobioka was furious and had ordered the soaring club to suspend its activities. Well, that hasn't stopped us yet, so... for now, the club was temporarily suspended, but when the opportunity came, he would probably crush it. This time, it seemed Akagi couldn't protect us.
Well,
I mean, it is kinda his fault. But if I hadn't said that I wanted to fly... what if Kotoki had been on board? It shook me up thinking about it. Well, if she was on board, she probably would have handled it. No, I'm pretty sure it was because he didn't release it. Problems with the winch aren't that unusual at all. There's no reason for everyone to worry about it so much. Sorry, but how could I not blame myself? It just made me a little more wary of my surroundings. I'd become desperate. I probably wasn't much to look at that point. Sorry, I was reflecting back on it. At that point, I hadn't given her any indication of how I felt. I wish I could get rid of the guilt that filled my heart. And what about Asa? I see. How am I gonna get there? It hurts to get up. With those words, Yoru left. Club activities, huh? Club activities that should have already come to an end. Kotori was there when I went to the dining room. Since I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't have an appetite this morning, sorry. Yeah, it's like I can't help but eat since I'm so hungry. I could hear my stomach growling earlier. Took a seat at Kotori's request. Kotori reheated the food I'd made that morning and served it to me. Thank you. Gratitude.
去年素直になれなかった私を連れ出してくれて、一緒にグライダーやってくれて、おかげで随分と前向きになれた気がするの。だからその恩返しね。
Kotori flashed a bright smile.
結果は残念だったけど全然不満じゃないよ。いや、嘘、ちょっとは不満だけど、でもきっと頑張ったことに意味があったって私は思ってるから。
Not really.
だからね、気にしないで。2日前の事故は仕方がなかったこと。
We can live because we're supported by others. This is the kind of thing that affirms that. There was nothing I could do, so I just shrunk back and shut up. But
葵くんは夢を奪ったりしてない。むしろ夢を与えてくれてた。それが一度おしまいになっただけね。だから葵くんは何も悪くないよ。
I was regaining my strength. I didn't think that there was anything to smile about. Kotori had been sacrificing her time working together with us since last year. She even turned down her friends' invitations and worked part-time to save money. And the dream that we'd been building all this time had now collapsed.
もう十分だよ、葵くん。私は十分大切なものをもらったから。
I swear if you say friendship.
ね、気にしないで。
Okay.
また来年頑張ればいいじゃない。私たちには来年もあるわけだし。今は自粛って言われてるけど、1年も経てばどうにかなるよ、きっと。
Yeah, I guess so. I suppose that's good.
だから大丈夫。今年の夏は終わってもまだチャンスはある。じゃあ私部屋に戻るからまたね。
I didn't feel like any of that was worth reading. Kotori leaves the dining room. Am I depressed? Am I blaming myself? Do I really feel so sorry for everyone? No, this isn't that kind of feeling. It's just plain old regret. There's nothing I can do about it. It's regrettable because it was Kotori. This summer, it's really irreplaceable for us, so, you know, we can't just get it back. I ate and then went back to my room. But I had nothing to do, so I was just sitting idly. Just before Hibari was taking Kotori somewhere. What about Asan Yoru?
部活だから先輩も気が向いたら顔を出してください。それとご飯きちんと食べてくださいね。
She said the club. There was nothing to do and nothing there was nothing to do and nothing they could do. Now there was nothing that we could really do anymore. Man, I messed that up. There was nothing to do and nothing they could do. Now there was nothing that we could really do anymore. Man, that sounds awful. That whole thing. I'm gonna go for a walk. Got dressed and casually went outside when...
お、ちょうどいいところに。
Nageha and Amane came walking up. Now, what are you two up to?
どうしてもこうしてもないでしょうが。今日もお見舞いに来てあげたのよ。
Nageha came to check up on me yesterday, too. Well, thank you for everything you've done, but seriously, I don't need to worry so much about me. I'm really fine. Check it out. I pranced around a bit to show them.
そうは言っても事故だし、後遺症とか出る可能性だってあるんだから、しばらくは気をつけないとダメなんだからね。あんなことがあったんだ。そりゃ気にもかけてしまうさ。
I'm really sorry. I bowed my head with little hesitation.
だから気にしなくていいってば。葵がそんなんだとみんな気にしちゃうじゃん。あれに関しては仕方のない事故だ。むしろ葵くんは被害者だと思えばいい。
She said something similar to what Kotori had said earlier. I had no idea how to respond, and in the end I just forced a smile.
ところで葵くんはどこかにお出かけかい？
Hamane said that after checking out how I was dressed. Because I looked like I was ready to go out. Yeah, sure, I was just gonna take a walk. I mean, I've been hanging out in my room and I have some free time, so...
ああ、じゃあ私たちもついていっていい？天音先輩と二人で暇だったしさ。今日は仕事も休みでね。もし葵くんが迷惑でなければだけど。
Two of them had come to the dorm expressly to check up on me. There's no way I should have refused an offer from the two of them, but... I'm sorry, I was hoping to just go for a walk by myself. I'm really, really sorry.
葵。
Like, I'm sorry, it's just that I want to be alone, that's all.
早く元気になってね。
Yeah. Somehow running into a Geha Namane was a bit painful for me, because they were friends that I'd worked hard with together. I was sorry and full of remorse, naturally. So, I went walking around aimlessly, and then while I was walking I started to regret. On that day, why had I tried to fly? One more time, why? Again and again and on, I was full of regret. I was so eaten away by regret that I felt like I was going crazy. When I noticed, I was thinking about the time of the accident. I kept thinking in circles again and again about that time. It shouldn't have been possible. I thought about how the future would have been if I hadn't chosen to fly again that day. And even though I thought about it, in the end I didn't come up with any answers. It wasn't constructive. I understood that, but... When I realized that I'd come here, was I aware of what I was doing or not? I myself had no idea. All I know is that when I realized that I'd come here... Oh, it's...
あれ、葵くん？
Kaneko noticed me. Kaneko.
どうしたの？こんなとこに来ちゃって。寝てなくて大丈夫？
I'm fine. I've said so many times it wasn't a big deal. More importantly, what about you?
私は二人に付き合ってね。でも私にやれることなさそうだし、ここで空気に当たってたみたいな。
Those two?
朝ちゃんと夜ちゃんよ。
Why did he even ask that? He already knows the answer. Oh. Apparently Kaneko had been going to the club activities. Club activities, even though there was nothing more to do, it seems like those two kept the club activities going. Guess they're fixing up the glider, or are they just working on a plan for next year's club activities?
ひょっとして葵くんも？
No, I don't think so.
そう？でもだったらどうしてここに？
I was taking a walk. No, that's not right. Because Yoru said she was coming here. She said that they were holding club activities, that's why I came. Even though there's nothing we can do. But yeah, what are they doing anyway?
まあせっかく来たんだし、中に来たらどうかな。
No, but somehow it was awkward. Meeting the two of them, setting foot in that place again. That's why I tried to refuse, trying to be vigilant.
いいから、来なさい葵くん。元気になれるものが見れるから。
Action.
そういうのを見れば心も高く飛べるわよ。
I need a drink. It's so hot here. Oy, my water bottle is sweating. I went in and Aza and Yoru were there. Yoru was facing a desk doing something with some kind of notes spread out in front of her.
先輩だ。
And they both noticed me.
来てくれたんですね、先輩。
Yeah, you know, I was just in the neighborhood, so it was a strange lie, but then again, it wasn't completely untrue. So, what are you guys up to?
部活ですよ。
Well, you can call it that, but the glider was already broken. It was way too late to rebuild the glider now, and it was impossible financially. No. Am I getting ready for next year? I see, yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure if the club will be able to continue, but maybe next year.
何言ってるんですか先輩。今年ですよ。
What?
モーニンググローリー見るって言ってたじゃないですか。
Well, okay, but what about the glider?
壊れたなら作り直せばいいだけです。
Yoru said that like it was nothing. No, there isn't the money or the time to.
大丈夫です。うちはお金持ちですよ。きっとどうにかなります。
Well, even supposing that wasn't a problem, what about the time it takes?
骨組みの設計を変更すればなんとかなるんじゃないかってヨルちゃんが。
Then we'll kind of have a lopsided plane, won't we? What?
私はよくわからないんですけど、布を使ったやり方だったら祖父の力を借りればギリギリなんとかなるかもということです。
Cloth? What? Okay. Cloth, okay, yeah.
交換ハフ張りの構造です。まあ FRP の主翼より性能は下がっちゃいますし、重量に耐性がないですが、そこは後でまた考えるとして。
Sounds like we're making an A6M.
木材や鉄パイプで骨組みをしてそこに布を貼るんです。そのやり方であれば今からでも間に合うかもしれません。
Yeah, it sounds kind of like the old World War II planes in Japan used to make those things that were about as durable as wet tissue paper.
幸いあのグライダーは土台が壊れたわけではありません。結構派手に行きましたけど修繕でなんとかなるレベルです。調達しなければならない資材が豊富なのに加え、私一人では設計できませんから実家の力を借りることにはなってしまいますが。
Can you do that? Help from their family? Turns out our parents are researchers. Our grandfather's a chairman of the school, and he's sponsoring the windmills on the hills over there.
まだわからないですが聞いてみる価値は十分にあるかと。その工程に必要なものを今洗い直してました。
But why? Why are you so...
先輩たちが情けなかったからです。諦めるのが早すぎです。確かにグライダーは壊れました。普通に考えると無理かもしれません。でも私は普通じゃないです。私はお金を持った天才です。
And strong, she was that kind of person. It's true that Yoru was a little abnormal.
幸い実家はこの手の技術とパイプが強いです。そういう研究と商売をしているんですからね。だからそれは利用すべきと思います。
But would they do that kind of thing just for some student club activities?
されどですよ先輩。何自分が落ち込んできたことをバカにしてるんですか。
Well, yeah, I guess I was. I'm kind of at a loss for words. About myself, about everyone else, and about this club.
悔しかったんですよ。先輩たちのおかげで私は少しだけ変わったような気がして、今まで気づけなかったものとかそういったものに気づけたような気がしてたから。変えられたんですよ私が。自分勝手な私の心が。なのに先輩たちはちょっと失敗しただけですぐにみんな諦めそうになって。悔しいじゃないですか。悔しいんですよ。少なくとも私は。ほとんど無意味って分かってるんです。こんなことしたって何かもらえるわけじゃない。誰かに表彰されるわけじゃない。でも私は悔しいんです。なんだかわからないですけど、私は今年の夏を諦めたくないんです。
You said something like that with a passion and intensity that I couldn't even imagine her being capable of normally. Normally, she was cool and indifferent and had no interest at all in club activities. That's how her character was supposed to be before, but now Yoru changed. I felt the heat. It was the same as a long time ago when I was so focused on my bike, or even last week, I guess. I'd just been as focused as... I guess I'd just been as focused on the glider.
私もそんな感じです。せっかくつかめそうになった空ですから、何か手段があるならあ いてみたいんです。今はこれだって、絶対にこれだって、そう思えた夢なんです。希望なんです。この部活は、先輩たちの夢は。だからまだもう少しだけ一緒に夢を見させてくれませんか？私はもう二人に付き合ってかな。
Yeah, definitely. Why was I ready to just give up so easily? We still have time and our chances are better than nothing. And since they are... Yeah, I know, it's true. Sorry, I'm gonna help too. Like I said, my injuries aren't quite healed yet, but I think there may actually be a way. If Morning Glory develops slower than usual, we may be able to aim for it. A kind of miracle just might happen, so...
Senpai.
Okay, this is... I mean, I've said before that this music doesn't fit anywhere, but it certainly doesn't fit anywhere here.
さすが葵くん。話せばわかるわね。
Yeah, you said one line that I didn't even understand. I was pretty depressed for a couple of days and I just thought it was impossible. But anyway, sorry, you're right, we can keep trying. If my lovely girlfriend, singular, tells me that she's gonna keep trying, I would be lying if I said I wasn't going to.
ですよ、先輩。彼氏なんだから、こういう時はむしろビシッとやってくれないと。
Yeah, I guess so. I was determined and my fire had been lit. The summer wasn't over yet. It wasn't a time for regrets.
とりあえず、可能かどうかの確認に行きましょうか。せっかくですし、先輩もついてきてください。
Where?
私たちの家ですよ。
I say bye to Kanako and leave to visit Yaru and Asa's family house. Anyway, since it was just us, I would accompany them as a senior member of the Soaring Club. To get to their house, we went 2 stations from the school by train, and then from the station it was another 15 minutes by bus. That sounds so awful. It was very different from the homes of average people, and I gathered the two of them used to live there. I thought that was snow. Oh my god, it looks so hot out there. Look at that. Look at the sand. It looks like a little desert. The two of them guided me along a wooden walkway overlooking a landscape garden which led towards their grandfather's room. Is that their grandfather's room? Is that all alone? Okay. This house is amazing. Oh wait, no. Wood. Okay, I think he means the wooden walkway leads there, not that.
金持ちですから。
Hold on. This house is amazing, he said. They were clearly incredibly rich. You live here with your family?
今、私たちはトビウオ荘に住んでますけど、その前はそうですね。あとは住み込みのお手伝いさんと。
The place where two of them used to live was like a different world to me.
ま、両親はずっと帰ってきてませんけどね。
What?
研究バカで仕事狂いなので。ああいうのをワーカーホリックって言うんですよ。
Sounds like my dad.
誕生日も帰ってこなかったしね。
Sounds like my dad. Oh, I see. It seemed for a moment like I had touched on a really sensitive subject, so I was a little worried at first, but I guess it wasn't such a big deal.
私は両親に似てるとよく言われますもん。でも違いますよ。私は一つのことに熱中しすぎて、周囲が見えなくなるなんてことはありません。私はどっちにも似てないってよく言われます。
I see. Somehow I felt like I grasped the situation.
ああいう大人にだけはなりたくないですね。私たちを身ごもったのも研究室に2人で連泊している最中だったそうですし。
Well, they're not just gonna cancel everything. She can still work when she's pregnant. That's pretty harsh, huh? Is it?
ですよね。お父さんとお母さん自由だからすっごく優しいけどね。溺愛してくれてるのはわかるけどね。ただ仕事の方が優先度高いわよね。
Well, researchers have a reputation for being weird. suppose they're just that kind of person, yeah. So where are we going now?
祖父のとこです。援助の依頼と、それに部の活動自粛に関してもどうにかなるかもしれません。
Oh, I see. Tobioka had ordered us to suspend the Soaring Club activities. I'd forgotten all about it since we'd been talking about being able to repair the glider, but we still had to deal with it. We could ask the chairman, but it's definitely not an ideal way to resolve things, is it not? What other way is there?
今さら何を言ってるんですか先輩。グライダーの修理だってそもそも意味もなく危険な空を飛ぼうなんてことだって全部ぶっちゃけ子供のわがままですよ。
Yeah, I know.
私たちは綺麗事のために空を飛ぼうとしてるわけじゃないでしょ。
Oh. That was true. It wasn't like we were flying because we wanted to do something really noble.
わがままは私も得意ですから力になります。
Alright, now I'm not sure exactly what kind of power you'll provide, but you've sure got lots of heart. Yep, hee hee hee. Two of them led me onwards, and eventually we arrived at a big room. And just as we did...
よく来たな。
Oh man, look at that.
夜。それと
Oh, he's done. Man, look at that awful quality. It looks like they zoomed into a picture like 600 times, and it just looks super blurry. I mean, the video is probably going to be blurry anyway, so you won't be able to notice.
水瀬の息子さんだったか。
Wait, hold on a second. Oh, no, never mind. What? Yoko Inasa's invitation, I entered a really spacious Japanese-style tatami room. This stern old man had been enshrined here. Does he just do that all day?
はじめまして。水瀬葵君。
God, it's even worse quality now. Yes, sir. Nice to meet you too. I'd been caught off guard and I answered in a bit of a panic. He's a school chairman. How does he know my name anyway? And Minase?
顔も母親にそっくりじゃの。
Oh, really?
それでおじいちゃんが昔の知り合いに相談してここを紹介してもらったのよ。
Completely forgot about that. That was like 60,000 parts behind. So my mother and your grandfather are acquaintances. Speaking of which, I guess he knows her face.
頼りになる後輩じゃったぞ。ポジティブで行動的でな。
Why isn't the C capitalized?
葵君もそういう匂いがするの。強い目をしておる。
Well, thank you very much. The chairman was complimenting me. I felt a little uncomfortable.
それでお前たち、早速本題じゃが、お前たちが部活で使っているグライダーの修繕をお願いしたいと。
Oh, we called him beforehand. I thought we just like walked in on him and he just happened to be sitting at the shrine all day.
はい。おじいさまに協力していただけないかなと。
Well, there's the not zoomed in version of it. I think I'll just use the zoomed in. Two of them said before they talked to their grandfather often. I guess that's why he seemed to understand everything about the situation.
お願いしますおじいさま。このままだと夢が途中で終わっちゃうんです。
Asa made a compelling argument. Usually Asa lacks self-confidence and just goes along with other people, but she was selfish and she could be thoroughly stubborn when she had to be. Her plea was full of ambition and she's incredibly tenacious.
電話で話した通りなのですが、資金面での援助と資材の提供や専門業者に設計協力などをお願いできないかと。お金は少ないかもしれませんが、私のお小遣いの前借りでいいです。私の分もです。それでも足りないんだったら将来バイトして返しますから。
Oh, the two of them are willing to do that much. Regardless of the fact that they hadn't been in the club for long, they still talk like that. It might be considered bad form to borrow money at someone else's home, but I'll pitch in too. This wasn't the time for me to keep my mouth shut. Actually, I was the one who broke the glider in the accident. It would be such a shame for everything to end like this. So, if something like that could be possible, I would really appreciate it.
先輩、無理しなくていいのに。
Bow your head. That always works. Well, it's not impossible. It's pretty lame, isn't it? Asking for money from girls.
仲良く3人で出しましょう。
What about the others? I'm sure they'll all help and pitch in too. We had no reason for regret. We had no idea what might happen next year, so it was important that we were all together this summer.
先に一つ質問じゃ。朝。
はい。
どうしてそこまでしたいと思う？
動機ですか？
目的じゃ。空に憧れる理由じゃよ。それもわからないのに無理な協力なんてできるわけがないじゃろう。空を目指すなんて危ないことじゃ。高いところから落ちれば人は死ぬ。当然のことじゃがの。名誉があるわけではない。報酬があるわけではない。なのにお前たちはどうして飛ぶ？
Weren't you the one who was giving all these motivational speeches to these two? You know, similar to the question he'd asked Yoru before. Why do you fly?
私が飛べばそういうことが誰かの支えになるような気がしてるから。初めは漠然と空に憧れてただけだったけど、そう思うようになりました。私は多分空とか高みとかそういうのと無縁な存在だから。だから飛べないからこそ飛びたいんです。
In some way, Aza's words were honest and poignant. It was so like her. She was a real straight talker. And then...
夜は
好きだからです。惹かれるからです。私にはそれ以外の理由はありません。
They were the same words that I'd spoken to her the other day. Because I like it. There's nothing more to say. Anything you could add to that would just be tacked on, extraneous.
私は姉さんと違って試したい自分は近くにありません。わざわざ高みに心惹かれたりはしません。でもだからこそ漠然とした空を飛ぶという無意味な目的に心を躍らされたのではないかと考えるんです。
意味がないのに飛ぶと。
ええ、私には友達との談笑が無価値なものに思えます。名誉も報酬もない行為が不必要なものと感じます。でもだからこそ飛んでみたい気がするんです。好きって多分そういうことじゃないでしょうか。
取り留めがなくまとまりのない答えだな。
おじいさま、正直言うと私未だによく分かってないんです。どうしてこんなに部活熱心になってしまっていたか。でもそれは多分好きってことなんじゃないかってそこの先輩に教えてもらいました。
My eyes met Yoru's.
私もそんな気がしてます。きっと好きなんです。好きになってたんです、部活が。
She said the same thing like 50 times, but in different ways.
わからないってことはそういうことなんです。
See, look at her go.
わからないってことなんです。
Something you love and don't understand. Something unreasonable, something meaningless. Flying is precisely that kind of ambiguous thing. So that's why, Yoru?
夜はちと 若者が何たるかを知らなすぎていたから心配しておったが、これで心配もないの。Nothing gold can stay お前のような小憎たらしい娘には最良の経験じゃ。ここで感じた熱量は貴重な情報になるぞ、夜。
それは
自分を貫くのもいいが、たまには外気に触れてみるのもいい。お前は人の上に立つ人じゃからな。この熱量は若いうちしか経験できぬ、いわば有限式の貴重な熱量じゃ。そして人はそれを原動力にする。振り返ることによっていつまでも。あ、夜、お前は人に羨望される鳥じゃ。誰よりも高みを目指せる、そんな。じゃが、だからこそ鳥であることにとらわれるな。時には地に止まれ、歩いてみろ。そこにしかない景色も広がっておる。それを見てくるといい。
それじゃ
結構結構。どうせ生きておっても運が悪ければ死ぬ。死んだらそれまでの娘じゃということじゃ。必要なリスクは背負うものじゃよ。用意してやろう。資材も人材もな。
おじいさ
部活も自粛されておるんじゃったか。そっちも取りやめるようわしから圧力をかけてやろう。
Whoops.
あまり派手にやりすぎると嫌な噂が立つかもしれぬが。なーに、学校生活なんてあっという間じゃ。気にせずとも大丈夫じゃろうて。
But before you know what happens, school... Wait, what? Before you know what happens, school life is, it should be fun without worrying about it too much. Oh man, that is a weird sentence.
大人のわしからお前たち子供にいいことを教えてやろう。権力とお金は使うためにあるんじゃよ。それが若者のためであればなおよし。
Powerful.
わしもな、昔はグライダーをやっておったからわかるよ。空に見入られた。
Really? I didn't expect to hear that. His past
初
was...
耳です。
お前たちが活動場所に使っているあそこは、昔わしらソアリングサークルが活動しておった場なのじゃよ。
なるほど。それで工具や設備が残ってたわけね。
何を隠そう、水瀬とはそこで知り合ってな。わしが OB、水瀬がサークルメンバーという関係じゃな。
A what? What's an alumnus? Okay.
まあみんな忙しくなってサークルも解散となったんじゃが、そういうことがあったわけじゃ。
Seemed almost like divine providence. My mother and Azanyo's grandfather had aimed for the sky, the same as us.
その時の知識は研究にも生かしておるよ。夜、これも覚えておくといい。人生無駄な経験など一つもない。お前は賢すぎるがゆえ視野が狭くなりがちじゃ。価値観の切り替えは発想の種になる。覚えておくといい。
はい。
しかし去年の時点ではこんなにどっぷりとハマるとはお前も思ってなかったじゃろ。
おじい様、それは。
おお、そうじゃったか。秘密じゃったの。すまんすまん。
何のこと？気にしないで。
そして水瀬葵君、
Yes.
二人をよろしくの。至らない孫たちじゃと思うが。
What? Could it be that he knew about us? But both of them, could that mean...
どうしてそんなに驚くのじゃ？部活で世話になっておるのじゃろ？
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, now I see. I was the one who had misunderstood.
何か他にあるのか？
No, nothing.
なんでもないです。
なんか変じゃの。
No, I don't think so.
そうですよ。何もないです、おじいさま。本当に。
ま、本人たちのことじゃ。わしは何も言うつもりはないが、道理から外れたことをしておきながら孫娘たちを泣かせるようなことがあったらわしは許さぬからの。
Yes, sir. Nothing like that for sure.
じ
Let me see here. Maybe he has some idea. Alright, well, that seems like a good place to end. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Okay, if I... No, not that one, this one. If I go to this one, then I press 1. It does not do it at all what I wanted it to do. So let's play around a little bit. Okay, let's see. Set the hotkey. It's already set to 1. It didn't work, though. Okay, now will it work? There we go. Okay, now let's go to the black screen. Let's set the hotkey to 2. Oh, that'll make it a lot easier when we're at those scenes. I can just switch back and forth super fast, and then you guys won't miss very much because I won't have to go clicking all over the place. Alright, well, that'll be easy. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.